Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. You know, back in the 60s, they had lots of scientists who were interested in the gurus and saints, and they wanted to know more about what was going on. They heard great stories about materializations and different things that they could do. So they got together with one of the Maharishis there, and they knew of a particular guru up in a cave in the mountains, and he asked them to come down. And they had 10 people sitting around him, and he was just wearing a loincloth. And he said, "What do you want?" And one man spoke up and said, "There's a sweet shop that I know of, and they have this wonderful dessert. It would be great to have one of those right now." And the guru went into meditation, and actually the meditation was quite a long time. And all of a sudden, from the ceiling, all of a sudden these boxes came down in front of everybody. And he opened it up, and it was a warm dessert that he was thinking about. And everybody had one. And then he said, the guru said, "What do you want?" And another man spoke up and said, "There's a particular grape that grows only in Italy, and it would be great to have some of those." And then the guru went back into meditation. It was a long period of time. People were starting to get antsy, and all of a sudden before them these grapes appeared. And they ate some, and wow, these are the grapes. There's no doubt about it. And you really don't find much in the way of grapes in India. And then all of a sudden one person had to get up and go to the restroom, and he said, "What do you want?" And he said, "I'm thinking about something in particular in my mind, and I want you to materialize that." And he went into meditation. It was a very long meditation. And all of a sudden, these seashells appeared in front of everybody. And there was only 9 seashells. And then the other person came back into the group and sat down. And they had put those seashells away already. But at the end of the whole thing, they counted the seashells, and there were 10 seashells instead of 9. Pretty amazing. Also, in the 50s, there was a young lady who really didn't have much in the way of schooling, and they had a black screen and had her on one side, and they would hold up an object and ask her what it was, and she would tell them. And she had no idea what it was. And then they were holding up something silver, and she said it was silver. And then they asked her to make her consciousness smaller, and if she got down into the molecule of the silver, smaller, and she was able to see the atom, and smaller, and she was able to see the nucleus of the atom and see the energy of the electron moving around. And she had no schooling about physics or anything. And I think it's really interesting that the gurus of India have been talking about the molecular makeup of everything for thousands of years, even before there was anything called physics. And everything they said was exactly right. How did they know that? How? I think it really boils down to this collective consciousness, this thing that we are Atma, we are Chit Chatananda, we are one with everything, and the fact that we are one with God, and all knowledge and all understanding is all there for us to connect with and know in a deep way. And all we have to do is to meditate and to connect with ourselves and find the divinity within ourselves. For we all are very amazing parts of God. It's time to love ourselves, it's time to love everyone else. Because what they also said is, this glue that holds the universe together, the most important part is love. I think that's what we need to focus on, especially now. To love ourselves, to love our neighbor, and love the entire planet and the universe. I love you.